Hi guys, my name is Mike Farrell and I'm going to teach you about an RC valve. Here I have a 2002 CR250 two-stroke. I love two-strokes and I love the 02 to 07 model because it looks cool and it handles great. If you're a Honda guy or a two-stroke guy or a dirt bike guy at all, you probably know that this model year had a pretty bad rap for its motor. 2001, there was, the reeds came into the cylinder, and so the intake, for whatever reason, going into the cylinder made it run a lot better. A lot of people say the 01 motor from the CR250 was the best two-stroke motor they've ever owned, and there's even kits to swap an 01 motor into an 02. I even know for a fact that Brian Deegan and a few of the Metal Militia guys, back when they were running the 02, 03 CR250, got crate motors from Honda from a 2001 and got the key and carb. So this carb is a Mikuni carb. It's ridiculously difficult to jet. I'm still kind of working the bugs out with that. But so yeah, one of the main concerns about this bike, even though a lot of people love it and they want to run it, it's just such a hassle trying to get it to run right. It's so much easier to just grab whatever, a 4-stroke with fuel injection and not worry about it. But for those of you who are diehards like me, or you already have this bike and you're trying to problem solve, hopefully I can help you out a little bit. This is my second CR250, that's a 2002, and the first one I never could figure it out, and I sold it and the guy ended up making it run right, but mine never ran right. It would just rev up to about the mid-range and then just bog. The more throttle I gave it, the more it would bog in neutral, no matter what, and it just smoked like crazy. And I thought it was a main seal. I couldn't figure out for life what it was. So as it turns out, I actually had an issue with my RC valve. Now, people hate this electronic RC valve, and people blame the electronic RC valve for poor running, but the reality is it's not it's not wrong, just different. And so because it's different, there's different maintenance that has to go with it. So I'm just going to pop this cap off real quick and show you, help you understand what you can do possibly to make yours run a little better. So what we have here is a little valve, and because it's under tension I can't move it for you, but if I popped these two off, I'd be able to move this with my free hand, or if I was just to rev it up while it was running, I could show you that this valve would move to open and close the exhaust port. So the issue that happens with these is as they rattle, or rather as the cables will break in, this cable will get loose and it'll start to have some slack. And so because up here you can't really see, I guess if you point the camera, you can point the camera here, you can see here's where your servo is actually, up here underneath your shroud. There's your electronic servo, and that's where these two cables are actually going up into. So at some point when the RPMs hit the right number, the bike tells the servo, okay, time to start pulling that cable and opening up the exhaust valve. When everything is under the proper tension, it works great and it opens on time every time and it'll rev out. This is assuming, of course, you figured out how to jet this carburetor, which I do not have time to teach you how to do that. Again, I'm still trying to figure that out. But my advice to you is if you own a 2002 to 2007 CR250, or 125 for that matter, and you do have this electronic power valve like I do, pop it open and check to see the tension on this cable. You can grab, it's super easy, just grab a flathead screwdriver, push it in here, and you can just wiggle it a little bit. And if it goes much more than that, you probably have an issue. You can see here, I mean, I'm just barely using my fingers and it's going a little bit, but you can tell it's under tension. Obviously, you don't want to over tighten it, but you do the same thing over here. This is pretty rigid. So anyways, simple tech tip for you guys. Hopefully that'll help you make your bike run better and you can enjoy getting out riding. See ya.